Alright, what up everyone? K-Ruggs the Soberdog here. Yeah.
And Nicole.
Real Talk Recovery. Yeah. Drove down, I told you guys a little bit, to Arkansas, and they had a wedding here, and of course I got to stop and see Nicole. And I'm going to ask Nicole today, tell us a little bit about addiction and what happened with like pregnancy and addiction, because clearly as a man, I don't know that. I've never dealt with it, and it's a big thing going on. How did that play out for you? And like, tell us about, like, you talk about it online, which is incredible, some of the comments you've gotten and maybe some of the negative feedback you get too, and how you deal with that.
Yeah, so it was hard. When I found out that I was pregnant, it was 2013, and I was strung out in my addiction. Like, I was so far away from getting sober, it was unbelievable. But I was like, I'm going to stop. I'll be able to control this. I'll get off and I'll be okay. I'll have my son.
Yeah.
I was unable to stop. I would stop for like a month or two, even 2 weeks or something, and then I would relapse. But I kept trying. By the time it was time for me to give birth, I was under the influence, high on methamphetamine. I had been up for like 2 or 3 days, and I went into labor, and I had my son while I was high. And I'm not proud of that at all. Like, that's really, really hard for me to talk about, but I talk about it because I know a lot of women are going through that.
Yeah.
When I gave birth to my son, I was so ashamed, and I knew I needed help. I was very fortunate that the state didn't step in then. For some reason, they didn't know that I was high, and I got to take my son home.
That's unique, because I know, like, at least right now in New York, there's a mandatory drug test the day you have your baby. Anything not whatever, CPS jumps in.
Yeah. I don't know how. Nate was born on July 4th, so I think we kind of slipped through the cracks because it was a holiday.
Okay.
But I got to go home and have him, and then 90 days later I relapsed, and then I was out for the rest of the year. And then they came and took him at the 1 year mark. 2 days before his first birthday, my friend called CPS on me, and they came and took him away.
Wow.
It's hard talking about being addicted and pregnant because people look at addiction.
Speak of the devil.
Nate back there. People look at addiction as a moral failing, and that it's something I could have just stopped and chose to do better, which I did try to choose to do better.
Yeah, it sounds like you said you kept trying and wanted to. It's unbelievable. 90, I don't know what the exact percentage is. Most people don't get sober their first try or clean, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Get into recovery. It takes many tries. So.
Yeah. And I tried to do it, but I failed. When Nate went into CPS, that's what woke me up, and I finally got sober. Wow. If I hadn't had Nathaniel, I wouldn't be here today. Like, I would have. You saved my life, Nate. But talking about pregnancy and addiction online, it's unbelievable. The judgment and the ridicule and the hate that I get. The first video I talked about it on TikTok that kind of went viral. Horrible comments like, you should have done better. You don't deserve a child. You know, you would have been better off having an abortion. Like, what? You know, people really look at addiction as it's something that, you know, I was choosing to harm my child, you know? And that's the complete opposite. I never wanted to hurt my son. I didn't know I was going to get pregnant. You know what I mean? I didn't think I could have babies. I thought that I was unable to, because all the years I had been in active addiction and been, you know, living the life.
That's crazy. Now, your friend that called, if you don't want to, you know, are you cool with her? What do you think of that?
Let me tell you what happened. Just, you're going to die. My friend that called on me, I had not spoke to her in like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
When I hit 3 years sober, I saw her in Kroger, and I told her I forgave her, and I moved on with my life. I was very mad at her because she did it out of spite. 2 days ago, she called my phone. She's never admitted to me that she was the one that called CPS on me. 2 days ago, she called my phone and admitted it.
Wow.
And apologized to me. Told me she's the one who called.
What? So she just did it out of spite?
Yeah, she says that she did it because she wanted to help me. When I talked to her on the phone, she was like, I did it because I wanted to help you. I saw how bad off you were. Now, this is a girl I used drugs with.
Yeah.
Okay? When she did it, it was when I went to her boyfriend, who was a cop, and got $30 she owed me, and she got mad at me. And then she called CPS on me, saying that it was because she wanted to help me.
Wow.
But she called me and apologized. 6 years I've been waiting for this bitch to admit it. Admit that you did this.
Oh my.
Because I knew. I knew because of what CPS told me she said.
Yeah.
I knew exactly who it was right away.
Why now did she make the phone call?
She saw a video I put up on TikTok with pictures of her in it and us in active addiction and me saying my friend called CPS on me and it saved my life.
Wow. That is incredible, that like full circle, all of it. Do you plan on keeping in touch? Do you have a grudge?
I don't have a grudge against her. I really do forgive her. If she could get sober, then I would totally, be friends with her. But she still struggles in active addiction.
Okay.
And that's another thing she will not be honest with me about. She's like, yeah, I'm sober, but I hear it in her voice that she's high on meth. You know what I mean? Like, I know her like the back of my hand. We were friends for a long time.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. And then what about today? How's life today with your son?
It's amazing. And Nathaniel's 7 years old. He's so smart. He
Come
made
here, buddy.
straight A's on his report card this last semester or whatever it's called. And he is thriving. Nate, aren't you thriving?
I don't know what that means.
He's doing
You're
very
doing good.
well. Yes. He's growing. He's smart.
Making cakes with grandma.
He's acclimated. He has no issues, no mental illness issues or anything that we know of yet. He's really a good kid. And I'm really, really proud of him, and I would do anything for him. I would never put myself in that position ever again because I have him.
You're really crying.
And I don't mean to cry, but I love my son so much. He saved my life. I'm so grateful that he was born. And even though it was under bad circumstances, it was the thing that saved my life. It really changed my life.
That is incredible. That really is. And
it gave me something to love because I
I'm a
didn't love
magical
myself. I didn't love myself. And I couldn't get sober for me. And I think that God knew that. And so he gave me something that I loved more than me to get sober for.
That's incredible.
You know?
Wow. It's just working in different ways to make you, kick your ass into shape, so to speak.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's incredible, and I wanted to hear Nicole's story about that. And there's Nate, doing great. So go check out Nicole's channel, Real Talk Recovery, and just incredible, awesome story. And check out Nate, Video Game Man.
Nate is famous.
Yes. All right, everyone.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye, y'all.